Pakistan and Afghanistan have agreed to a temporary 48-hour ceasefire after airstrikes and deadly border clashes that left dozens dead and injured on both sides. Now, the ceasefire, which began on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. local time, is now in force, with both sides asserting that the other had requested it to end the surge in violence. The Taliban has deployed its fighters to patrol the sensitive Pakistan border region. Multiple armed fighters were filmed inside a Humvee vehicle as they drove through the dusty landscape towards the frontier. Taliban says it has directed its fighters to observe the ceasefire, provided Pakistan does not commit aggression. Now, after a brief pause following deadly weekend clashes, tensions flared up on Tuesday between Afghanistan Taliban and Pakistan forces. The Taliban had launched an offensive along parts of its southern border with Pakistan, prompting Islamabad to vow a strong response of its own. Now, Pakistan carried out airstrike on the Afghan border province of Kandahar, hitting the town of Spin Boldak. Afghanistan's Defense Ministry spokesperson has claimed several residential areas were hit. Injured civilians received treatment at a local hospital, recounted the horrors of the clash, and narrating how Pakistan shelled their homes, killing civilians.
The Pakistani mortars crossed over from their side of the border. We were close to the border when the mortars and shells came and hit people's homes. The military posts are around the border, but they sent the strikes into civilian villages. The shells landed here and caused many casualties in Spin Boldak.
Pakistan's military released a video on Wednesday claiming success near the Chaman Spin Boldak border, showing an Afghan Taliban armoured vehicle damaged by a bomb. Pakistani security officials claimed that they targeted a Taliban brigade. Now, amid tensions on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border, an Italian NGO, Emergency, which runs a hospital in the Afghan capital, claimed that at least 5 people were killed and 35 others were wounded in explosions in Kabul. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan's Ahmedabad district, hundreds of mourners gathered for the funeral of Afghan journalist Abdul Ghafoor Abid, who was killed by Pakistani forces while covering cross-border fighting for state-run television RTA. His death has sparked calls for an investigation and punishment for the perpetrators under international law. And to discuss more, we were earlier joined by Marvin Weinbaum. He's a director for Pakistani Studies at the Middle East Institute. And here's what he said. Listen in.
Well, it's in the interest of both countries, the government in Kabul and in Islamabad, that this not proceed any further in the escalation. Neither country really can afford it, but they have gotten locked into this kind of tit for tat. And it is dangerous because it threatens really in many ways to destabilize not only these two countries and their border, but other countries as well. And we have to recognize that even China and the United States and the Gulf countries all look at this development in Afghanistan with great concern.